Okay, so we just got to our house. I got here first because Gabe had to stop to get some gas, and I guess something happened with his truck. But he's just a little bit away, and I just got here, and we didn't really record anything on our drive because it was just a lot of driving, and we didn't really think to record anything, and it's hard to record while you're driving, obviously. But we had a really good drive. We left on Tuesday. We just got here. Today's Sunday at about 7. So we're gonna go inside and take a look around and then unload what we can tonight. So, yesterday we drove 2,300 miles in the last week, and we did not have a single hiccup until we were like an hour away from our house. So we're like 45 minutes away, and Gabe calls me from his truck and is like, hey, I need some gas. I'm gonna pull over. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm still at half a tank. It's only so I'm just gonna keep going. And he's like, okay, great, I'll see you there. So I'm like about to turn the corner to our house, just right around the corner. And he calls me, and he has blown a gasket or a hose or something that I don't know. And so I'm like, well, great. He's going to call USAA to figure it out. So in the meantime, I'm like, well, I'm just going to go inside the house and see what there is, because it's going to be a minute. So I go inside. We have no electricity. And it's Sunday at 7:30. And our electricity was supposed to be on Saturday. No electricity. It's 1,000 degrees inside. So I'm opening up all the freaking windows and doors. I'm calling the electric company, but it's Sunday, so I'm just leaving a message. And then Gabe calls and says USAA can't do anything, can't tow him because he's hauling a U-Haul, and the U-Haul is not insured under USAA. So he's on the side of the road. I don't have any electricity. The sun's going down, and it's a disaster. Finds an O'Reilly's nearby that's going to stay open late for him to walk there, buy the stuff he needs to fix his truck. The employee was super great and drove him back to his truck. I blew up the air mattress with our little car blower upper in the driveway, drug it inside, set up a little bed for us, and eventually he made it home okay. And I went to Eskimo Hut, which is a nice little drive-through liquor store where you get pre-made daiquiris, like a little slushy with alcohol in it, just right in a drive-through. It's fantastic. So I got that, and we slept in the living room our first night. It was 1,000 degrees, no AC. It's rough. So here's our little bed for the night. It's completely deflated. It was deflated before we even got to sleep. We have both the windows next to it open, and we were still just absolutely melting all night. And here's where we're at now. Just crap everywhere, trying to unpack what we can. So then today I wake up at like 7:30. I wait till 8. I give him a little past 8 to give him a little wiggle room, the electric company. And I call at like 8:20, and I'm like, hey, we don't have electricity. And they're like, oh, well, I guess some miscommunication happened when our rental agency canceled their contract for the electric for this building, and then we took it over. I guess there was a miscommunication, and they thought we canceled our electricity. I'm like, no, ours never even started. So they're like, no problem, we'll put you on the list to get back on today. It'll take a few hours. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. So we unload the U-Haul, we unload all our crap into the house. It takes forever, we're sweating to death. We go to Walmart to get all the, mop, dustpan, garbage can, laundry detergent, all the necessities. We wash the U-Haul, return the U-Haul. I go through Eskimo Hut again because God knows we need it. And we come back, and there's still no freaking electricity in the house. None. It's still hot as shit in here. So I call again, and they're like, oh yeah, well, there's a lot of tickets on the list today for them to get to, but you're still on the list, give it a few more hours. And I'm like, okay, fine. So then we start unloading all of our stuff in the kitchen, the bedroom, and everything. We're dripping in sweat, waiting for this freaking electricity to go on. We went to Costco in San Antonio before we got here, so all of our Costco food is sitting in a freaking cooler full of ice, trying to not rot. The tenants before us had meat in the freezer, and the rental company didn't check, and so when the electricity went off, we now have rancid meat in the freezer. I don't know which one of us is going to clean that, but I don't want to. So it's been a rough start, to say the least, but hopefully after today it'll be a bit smoother. I'm gonna do a rough little tour here real quick with all our junk. Here's our front door. Laundry room is right in there. That's gonna be the game room slash office. Here is our living room slash last night's bedroom because we have no electricity. I needed to sleep in the living room. We got lovely little bar stools right here. Our pretty fireplace. This will be our dining room once we get a table. I'm trying to make Gabe make me a table. This is the door to outside. La la la. We got a nice pretty backyard here. Have some barbecues with friends over once we, make friends because we're new. Here's our little bar set up in the kitchen. Sorry about the poor lighting. As you've heard me complain about already, we don't have electricity. So here's our kitchen with all of our junk. Our freezer that has the rancid meat. Thank you, prior tenants. We got 2 pantries. Pantry 1, pantry 2. We got a cleaning closet. We got a coat closet. We got a bathroom. A little guest bedroom, another guest bedroom, and then here is our bedroom. Looks super rough right now, but I promise we'll cuten it up. Our closet, which is actually really big. I mean, bigger than I've ever had. And then to our beautiful bathroom. Hello, looking really rough. Here's our pretty shower, the concrete floors with a pretty window to our backyard, our beautiful sinks, some wonderful built-ins, and the potty room. So Gabe is right now going to the post office to get our keys for our mailbox. And that's kind of where we're at right now. We're really just waiting for them to turn on the electricity so we can stop dying of heat stroke. Let's see. 82 degrees in the house right now is what the thermostat says. And yeah, we'll update everyone as things happen. Bye. I forgot to add that I'm absolutely already just covered in 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not 1. I got 1 on my hip already. I think a couple on my arms. Just absolutely covered in bug bites already. So I don't know how the Texans do it, and if they just either 1, constantly cover themselves in bug spray, 2, constantly cover themselves in Benadryl after they get eaten by the bugs, 3, just suck it up, or 4, become immune somehow. I don't know. So that's at the top of my list of things to learn, is what to do about the bug bites, because there's a lot. The electricity came on.
Oh. Woo!
Yay! Oh. Day 3 with no electricity is finally on, and now we can have air conditioning.
I set it down to 50.
We have lights. Yay! Oh my god. Finally.
Fuck.
Ah. Look at all these lights. I don't know. My watch is dead. I don't know what time it is. We got lights. We got lights. We got lights. Woohoo! So yesterday I called for the electric company to get everything on, and we just kept getting told, like, it'll be on in a few hours, it'll be on in a few hours, and finally at the end of the day, the lady was like, gonna be honest, probably not gonna be on until tomorrow. So all last night, we were 1,000,000 degrees, finally had our bed set up though, so we were able to sleep in our bed instead of an air mattress. It was 1,000,000 degrees. I called first thing this morning, and she's like, yeah, it should be on in a few hours. So we were just tired of being in the house and being hot, so we went on a drive. We found where Gabe's gonna work. We found the beach. We got some lunch. We came back and it still wasn't on, and we were just devastated. We were sitting in the living room. All of a sudden it kicked on and we lost it, cranked the air conditioning as high as it would go. And we got this place feeling good. We got the lights on. We got the freezer cleaned out. It still smells really bad in there from the meat that went bad that was left in there. But we have macaroni in the oven right now. Gabe's out in town looking for his truck keys because he lost them somewhere. But yeah, we're getting settled in okay. We're mostly unpacked from the boxes. We just need to get furniture and shelves and drawers and stuff to store everything, but we're settling in okay. So we miss everybody, and I'll keep you posted on if anything more happens. Bye.